Hi, everybody. It is Kim Hawk, and it's Monday night at 7 p.m. So you know what time it is. Oh, don't you love it when the intro doesn't want to work properly? Let's see. Oh, at least. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, I guess just a little bit of a delay. But anyway, I wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. So grateful for those of you that show up on Monday nights and for those of you that watch this show during the week. So, what we do is we talk about things that are occurring in the town that Disney built, and we take it in 7 day chunks. So, I'm known as the Fairy Godmother Real Estate on YouTube, but more importantly than that, I'm also known as a founding celebration resident with my husband Rod and our daughter and my bonus son Chris. Chris was just here for the last 4 days. He just left tonight, so I'm a little melancholy, but I was so happy to have him here. I want to say a big special shout out to Donna Meyer Spates and my daughter for doing some special planning for my family. You know, it's good when family comes in and you get to create special memories with one another, and we were able to do so over the course of the last 4 days. And so tonight what we do is we talk about some upcoming events. We like to do some shout outs as to what's been going on and people that really are making a difference for celebration. And then at the end of the show, we talk about the real estate market here because, as many of you know, I'm a realtor. I own a company with another group called Florida Motion Realty. And what we do is we tell you what's been going on in the last 7 days in this market. So stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and talk about some upcoming events. There we go. Okay, see, it wants to work now. You know, when you got puppies, they definitely want to work. So today is December 22nd, but when we're looking forward, January 17th, which is right around the corner. Happy 2026 if I don't get a chance to see you. I think this next year is going to be spectacular. It's going to be the 30th anniversary for our town of celebration. I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be sponsoring something with the Celebration Town Hall. It's called the Party Trailer. And the Party Trailer, back in the days, Rod and I had the opportunity to be the first people to have the party trailer. And what happened was you could block off your street. Hi, Willie. Hi, Willie. Yes, you're right. Yes, we're actually going to be showing some video tonight. So I know a lot of people can't see your comment, but anyway, I'm going to be showing some video of a very well loved friend and client of mine. So we have, we're going to sponsor this party trailer. I think there's going to be 30 opportunities where people can rent it for like $300, and you can block off a street. And in that party trailer, brought to you by Cardinal Painting and also the Kim Hawk Real Estate Group, there'll be tables and chairs and hula hoops and large Jenga groups and trash cans and cornhole and all the fun stuff that makes this town incredible. Orange cones so you can block off your street. So you're going to be hearing more and more about that. But one of the upcoming events is called Pups and Pints. And as many of you know, we have my father's dog, Missy Elliott. She's actually sleeping right behind me right now. She is a Boston Terrier. And so I love hearing about events for dogs and cats and animals. And so that's going to be Saturday, January 17th. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's Lakeside Park. Lakeside Park is cat corner to the Columbia restaurant. And so that's an event for the dogs. It's gone to the dogs. And it's one of the cutest events that occurs. And then what we want to make sure we bring attention to, my dear friend, yes, oh, here we go. All right, my dear friend, Edward, there is an event coming up. There's a celebration art circle. You know, I'm a singer, and Deep and I are cultivating and writing a lot of songs for celebration folks because there's so many talented people that live in this town. But there's also a group that's really good at drawing and art, of which I am not, but Edward is. And so there's a drawing workshop that's going to be coming up on January 9th. January 9th from 10 a.m. until noon. And it's going to be at the Promenade, which is right across from Starbucks in the Tavern in downtown Celebration. How fun is that? You can join, it's free, and I think that's really spectacular. So good for you, Edward, in organizing something like that. Now, what I'd like to do until confirmation, let's see if I can find, oh, I'm going to have to share a screen, I think, because it did not want to download. But, you know, a lot of times I am, oh, let's see if we can find this. Shoot. Let me come back to you. Let me come back to you because I want to talk about somebody that's very special to me while I'm pulling this up. There is an individual that a lot of times I like to give shout outs to people, and in particular, people that have been super excited about living in our town of Celebration. And if you haven't had the opportunity, there is a gentleman by Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo is a client of mine and a dear friend. And I absolutely love, let's see if we can find this. I want to showcase his last video that was just done on Saturday. He has a YouTube channel called The Daily Woo. Here we can get here. So here we go. And how sweet that he wanted to, hold on one second. What I'm going to do is show this video. I don't believe that you're going to be able to hear the sound. So I'm going to have to talk you through it, but you're going to see just the joy. Adam has 743,000 subscribers, almost 750,000 subscribers. And let us show you what he just shared on, let's see, why is it not one to show? What he shared. There we go. All right. Adam did a video with one of our dear friends and clients, actually the Grinch. So if you haven't seen the Grinch, I want to go ahead and show the love. There we go. So what you can see is someone is decorating their property in Celebration, Florida, getting ready for Christmas. It's a big deal. Thank you, Lily, for saying that. Um, Look how cute. And Adam, being a client of mine, was saying he didn't think he would ever really decorate outside of his home. And guess what? I'm looking at him. Ah, and he loves the Grinch. Well, come to find out, the Grinch was one of his best friends. So when you have a client friend that has such a big outreach, over 30,000 people, 31,000 people have seen this video within the last 24 hours. So I wanted to say a big, huge thank you to him. And he references a NEV that he has, a neighborhood electric vehicle, and he calls it Mini March. Mini. So I would say, yeah, he put a little bit, not a little bit, quite a bit out in front of his property. Now, Adam has traveled around the world actually this last year. There he is. Saturday before Christmas. So he asked you to join me, won't you? Shall you? So he's now talking about his neighborhood electric vehicle, and he has a two-seater. He's so excited in order to get this. How perfect. And he loves to have a piping hot beverage, and so Starbucks would know my Adam. Oh my! And then his best friend, the Grinch, just happens to pop into the Grinch. So I get some mobile order from Starbucks, and we also have um, Coffee for the Soul over by Island Village, which is over by my lovely Amy and Christopher Guard's Scoop ice cream, and also by Tacos Don Andres. And he very proudly is showing how beautiful it is in a town that just built. We're always looking for the manger scene and celebration. So he's talking about all the beautiful Christmas decorations all around the town that he's really proud to live in. This is downtown celebration right outside of Walt Disney World, referencing that the ice skating rink has moved from Market Street down to right in front of the Columbia movie theater area. Who does he spy? Grinch. Piping hot caffeinated beverage as well. Says $15 for half an hour ice skating. Don't you just love how Adam feels like he's just taking you along on his journey, traveling all around the world, but home is Celebration, Florida. He's highlighting the beautiful sunsets that we have. Ah, Grinch. In Celebration, they'll write a little note to you, and obviously they knew he was the Grinch. Oh my. He's inviting the Grinch to get on his neighborhood electric vehicle. So he's looking for Whoville, but he's excited to be in Celebration. So now they're on the net, the neighborhood electric vehicle. And don't you know the Grinch is swarmed by people? Keeps reminding the Grinch it's a celebration. So there's a fake Grinch in front of one of the businesses in downtown Celebration. So don't you know the Grinch jumps out of the neb, wants to let everybody know he's the real deal. The Grinch wants to call him Adam the Woohoo instead of Adam the Woo. So he's having to explain what a YouTube channel is to the Grinch, which, by the way, Adam has done very well. He's 743,000 subscribers. And I'm honored to represent him as my friend, and also I'm his creator. So he's encouraging him to move to Celebration. It looks like the Grinch is pretty happy about that. And he's encouraging it to be the Orlando Grinch YouTube channel. Having a blast. So this is one of the precious places that Adam loves. This house at the corner of Celebration Avenue and Waterside. Kevin and Suzanne O'Donnell. This is the house. They decorate this home for every holiday. So don't you know they needed to stop? Yes, I'm hearing people say there's no sound to the video. I realize that because I couldn't download it. But can you hear my comments as you're watching the video? If somebody would let me know that, that would be great. If not, then that's going to be an opportunity. So anyway, the Grinch loves this house. There's Santa Claus. And he's running around town. The Grinch is running around town, bringing lots of joy to the town, with Adam helping him get around town and showcasing some of our really cool as they film around our beautiful town. Now, what you're referencing now is Tudor Bend was a street that just went all out. And I don't know if many of you realize, but we had a pirate ship that we put on our house for Halloween, Rod and I did. And then at Christmas, we would put like 5 trees out on our house. Now that house is owned by the attorney group, which is fine because we ended up right sizing. But people in this town truly like to celebrate. Now Adam is trying to explain different social media groups to the Grinch. Instagram, talking about MySpace, things that are outdated. They're laughing hysterically. So once again, if you want to hear their comments, you need to make sure you go to the Daily Woo, WOO, the Daily Woo, and pull up his latest video. Once again, going by Kevin and Suzanne Donald's house, who's brought lots of joys. Adam has referenced them many, many times. Star Wars, big fan of Star Wars too. Yeah, I understand that Chewbacca shows up a lot with Adam. If you haven't been to the Wine Imperium in downtown Celebration, Leanne, the owner of the Wine Imperium, who's married to one of the owners of Five Guys, loves Star Wars as well. Legos and Star Wars. And she has an event on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Dreaming of a Hoth Christmas. That must be a Star Wars term. Here comes the drink. Mhm. So they're asking, Adam is asking what the Grinch's last name is. I wasn't sure that I knew that either. So I guess it's who. Everybody's last name is who. Now they're talking about how popular Celebration is and how crowded it is. So Grinch just tries to get out of the neb and starts walking. Thank you, Cousin Becky, for the love. Appreciate you watching. So you can see how crowded it is. Becky, you've been here. You know what it's like. There's a downtown celebration with a lot going on. And so during this holiday season, see, look what's going on. There's a hayride. They also have Cinderella's carriage with white horses that take people around the town. Adam's having a great time laughing. He is seeing the Grinch. Just lots of people wanting to have his attention. There's jingle bells on the Grinch, and it's all lit up. So as you can see, they continue to travel around town and constantly are finding homes that are decorated for Christmas. Candy cane, lights. Ah, there's the Grinch. The Grinch looking at the Grinch. Cindy Lou Who. They found Cindy Lou Who. Ah, he's got a ring. Look at that ring. Jingle bells are going on. Huh? The Grinch keeps referencing Martha May. Martha May. Hi, Amy. Thank you for watching. Now they're talking about how rude the song is about the Grinch, because he's changed. But now he's still being accused of stink, stank, stunk, the Grinch. As you're driving through Celebration, I want to give a shout out to Adrian. I love it when the children and people that you worked with for years, um, AES Environmental, they do landscaping. Their son is hanging up lights on homes, and we had the honor of working with them on our home. How many feet was the pole that you wouldn't touch the Grinch with? Was it 30 feet, 35 feet? Let me know if you know. Thurl Ravencroft. Oh, and he's singing. Uh-huh. So now the Grinch has got the Grinch 2000 bullhorn. Everybody needs one of those, right? People are screaming, hello, Merry Christmas, God. Here comes the train. I'm sure that was a great joy for people to be able to see just driving through downtown celebration. Oh my goodness, now they see Santa coming out of the back of the car. If there's any kids watching, no, that's not true. Although I will say, Santa loves to be in celebration up until the time he has to board the sleigh and deliver gifts all around the world. So you can find Santa Claus in downtown celebration too. Now the Grinch is giving traffic instructions. So Adam's saying it's getting out of control. It's a good thing that Grinch is here. waving at the white horses. It really is magical here, you guys. If you haven't been to Celebration, the day after, a couple of days after Thanksgiving, the Christmas tree is lit, and we celebrate every day until the end of December, where they make it snow every day. There's places that you want to visit, like Market Street Gallery, to get some of your Christmas gifts. People, the restaurants downtown are bustling. You want to go to Scoop Ice Cream, have some ice cream over in Island Village. Don't forget that section of Celebration. And there's the Grinch waving at people. There we go, Cinderella's carriage. Adam's referencing how romantic that is. And the Grinch is carrying mistletoe. So the Grinch is wishing a happy birthday to someone in the car as they stop traffic. So worth it, though, the joy. His heart has grown three sizes from the people of Celebration. Now he's coming up to some of our favorite places, the Town Tavern, Celebration Town Tavern. Starbucks, which of course you know Adam Malou loves. He likes the hot piping brew. Adam's saying the secret is don't stop because otherwise you'll get mobbed with people. So they're in the area where they make it snow. Snow. It's this beautiful Christmas tree on Market Street in downtown Celebration. He's so popular that I think the Grinch might be more popular than Santa, who has a home there. Well, a Grinch sweatshirt. The Grinch is very popular and Al is having a great time in downtown Celebration. This is Saturday night. Don't you love it? Adam's pointing out the Grinch is more popular than Santa that night. Quite a rock star. I'm sure the entourage included Jim Thompson, who is a great guy. So you never know when the Grinch is just going to sit beside you when you're on a romantic date by Lakeside in downtown Celebration. That's what it looks like on the main street of Celebration with the lights and the restaurant's the Downtown Diner owned by AP and Courtney Perez. They do a great job. Grew up in Celebration. Lots of people getting lots of photos with the Grinch, being very generous with your time. Getting lots of applause right outside of that is the Downtown Diner, or not that, that is the Town Tavern, owned by the beloved Bona family, Woolley family. The Grinch says celebration rocks. He feels the love. Talking about how long it could take forever just to get through the streets because there's so many people downtown. So they're gonna grab a soft drink over at the 7-Eleven. And I wonder what you feel like when you're in the 7-Eleven paying for gas and all of a sudden you turn around and you see the Grinch. Perhaps he's buying tickets for the Powerball. Remember, yep, he's wishing everybody good luck on the Powerball. Adam asked him what he's going to do if he wins the Powerball, and he says he's going to set up his friends so they're all taken care of, and maybe Max will get a new doghouse. So you can just see miles upon miles people trying to get to downtown. All right, Steve came on. Oh, look, and then they find a house. Oh my goodness, of course. The Grinch has to go say hi to the Grinch with his jingle bells on. This is a beloved street right around the corner from where we live. The Whitmires encouraged this whole street, and he's saying that this is the Grinch's number one house in all the celebrations. So the Whitmires are doing something that the Grinch is the street won an award from the Veterans Club, not just the house, the whole street, because they encouraged their neighbors to participate. Of course, they all did. The Grinch is saying he's going to watch this channel 24/7, 365. You're going to watch the channel of the Grinch. So Clark and Kathy, I hope you're watching this video and you know how much joy was brought that evening on Saturday. That would have been December 20th. Until the Grinch was popping upside down and he's having to direct traffic because the street is so popular. They call it Candy Cane Lane because all the neighbors participating in East Village in celebration of Florida. So the Grinch is saying this is a beautiful town. And he's calling it Whoville. And he goes, nope, okay, Whoville. So Adam is correcting and saying, no, it's called Celebration Florida. So if we can ever help you with any of your real estate needs, please call me 407-808-9845. I had the honor and privilege of representing our sweet Adam LaWoo and have worked with thousands of people over the course of almost 30 years. And you can just see the joy. And I'm so glad when you get to see this captured in video. And I know you can't hear the sound, but hopefully I've been able to, oh, look how sweet. Gingerbread people, gumdrop buttons. Adam wants to show one more house. Oh, I wonder whose house this is. And Grinch says, who owns this dump? It's a great house. Love it. So Adam teasing about who's up on that porch. It's a statue of the Grinch. one of his best friends. Having so much fun, giggling, laughing. So thank you again, Jim Thompson, who is on the sidelines, June Buggy Jim, creating some of this magical stuff. Adam is saying, "What a fun night. What a surprising night, Grinch." So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't do that quite a bit, but sometimes I think you just have to honor when somebody loves your town just as much as you do and gets that word out, as much as you do. There's been so many people that have come to me that have wanted to move to Celebration because of Adam, and I send my love out to them as well because it's kinda like a cool tribe of people. So, before we end the show tonight, what I wanna do is I wanna share what's been going on in the real estate market the last 7 days. And that is one of the biggest things that people ask us for. So I want to make sure I honor that. Let's see, we are going to share a screen that I worked on earlier for you guys. Here we go. There we go. So you may know in celebration, and D from my YouTube producer always says it's good to blow this up so you can see my face, so you can see what I'm talking about. So Elijah Lewis or myself have been doing the show for over 2 years, talking about what's going on in the market because it's really important, whether if you live here and you want to know what your value is of your home, or if you're thinking about moving here. So presently, we only have 102 actives in all of this town. That's very low because a normal year we would have about 440. And what's that a sign of? It's a sign of people like Adam the Woo loving living here and not wanting to move from here. And people like myself that have been here from the beginning. My husband and I have moved around 7 times in celebration. We didn't want to move away, we just wanted to move around. And so if you're one of those folks and you're thinking about moving around, please feel free to call me at 407-808-9845, and I can give you an idea of what your property is valued at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you present MLS information with regard to what's been going on in the last 7 days in this market. So we've had 102 listings, and of which there's been 15 touch points. 15, that's it, 15. And what do I mean by that? Actives, pending, solds. And there's a good sign in the sense that there's only one new active listing, a townhouse that is on South Village, but we've had 4 pendings. So there's more going off of the market versus coming on because, last week when we reported, we had about 106 properties. Now we're down to 102. So it just keeps decreasing. So my recommendation is you want to call us now and get in before crazy things happen like the interest rate dropping. We have strategies on how we can talk to sellers about possibly putting monies towards buying down your interest rate to be in the 5s. I know some of you are waiting until we hit the 5s, but don't wait. Now's the time to call us. And then what if the governor does decide to take away our property taxes or reduce our property taxes by a lot? You're going to find that things get wiped out very quickly, and you want to get in now before that happens as well. So the remainder, the 10 solds, there were 10 solds in this town this last week. And so there were a lot of people wanting to get into this town before Christmas because they wanted to enjoy this beautiful town of Celebration. All right. So if you guys will subscribe and like to our Near Disney YouTube channel, we would really appreciate it. We have over 1,000 videos and we are growing subscribers all the time. And we typically have a show on Wednesday night of my Realtor Dream Team. They are the best, and they give you stories about that 25-mile radius. They probably will not be on. No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to ask them not to be on this Wednesday because that's Christmas Eve and I want them to be with their families. But now on Friday, Elijah's going to be coming in with the best of the 2025 shows that we've done for the year to give you a recap. And then the following week, I will be doing that following Friday show too. But look for us Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hope you guys have a blessed night. Love on your loved ones. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. It's a real blessing to live here. Willie, thank you for watching. Rod, thanks for making comment there. And I hope to see you guys again real soon. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.